Good evening. Tonight, I'm going to be discussing a topic titled Believing in Love, Believing in God. My question is, if you had the power to create a world, a universe, built purely on two principles, love or hate, which would you choose? Most of us would choose love. In fact, CBS News wrote a story in February 2022 that 86% of Americans believe that true love exists. People want to love. Why? Because with love comes peace, joy, compassion, happiness. So if you and I would choose a world based on love, does it make sense that the Almighty Creator would as well? Dr. Louise Finlayson, in her article, What Love Is and Isn't, states the reason human love causes so much confusion and complication is because what we talk about as being love is not actually love. Some of her examples of what love is not: love isn't a possession or owning someone. It isn't controlling. It isn't what you can get from someone else. It isn't self-seeking. Now, the Bible also speaks about what love is not, but in the same vein, it talks about what love is. And it starts in 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verses 4 through 8. And it says this: love is patient and kind. Love does not envy or boast. It is not rude. It is not arrogant. It does not insist on having its own way. It is not irritable or resentful. It does not rejoice in wrongdoing, but it rejoices in the truth. Love bears all things, believes all things, hopes on things, and endures all things. Love never ends. Also, in the book of the Bible, in 1 John chapter 4, 7 through 8, it says, Beloved, let us love one another, for God is from love. For love is from God, and whoever loves has been born of God and knows God. Anyone who does not know God, because God is love. So there's so much that I could unpack there, but I want to just focus on God is love. So when you think about someone who knows the worst things about you, but still loves you and loves you unconditionally, someone loves you even if you chose not to love them back, who might that be? A love that would die for you. For in John chapter 3:16 in the Bible, it states, For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him would not perish, but have everlasting life. Many of us have not experienced that kind of love, but it is there for us. Now, I didn't always know that. I remember over 35 years ago, when I was young and I was out partying, I thought love was about me. And I remember being on a highway and having had way too many drinks. I'm on the highway driving and racing another car on the highway, and I hear something say, slow down. But I'm not going to let this guy beat me. Oh, no. So I'm speeding up. Then I hear this voice again, slow down. So because I'm a little intoxicated, I say, you know what, Jesse, yeah, let's slow down a minute. And I slow down, and less than 3 miles up the road, same car got into an accident. I also remember a time when I was at a club, and my friends and I told them, listen, we need to do what we have to do by 2 o'clock. 12 o'clock came, 1 o'clock came. At 2 o'clock, I left that place. It was frustrating because we were supposed to do a show. And by 2 o'clock, I left, went home, went to sleep, woke up the next morning and heard that at that same club, there was a shootout. 5 people died. And I remember the nagging feeling that I had, and I kept hearing, like, I'm going to leave. You got to leave. We don't always listen to that voice that's telling us something. We have that human lie detector on the inside of us, that human, that thing that speaks to us. And we have to learn how to listen, because God wants to speak to us. And God is love. So in conclusion, I like to say this. We live in a world today where there is so much hurt and pain. According to a 2022 Gallup poll, 81% of Americans believe in God, but that is down 6% since 2017. Can you imagine a world that's void of love? Is that somewhere that you would like to live, someplace that you would want to be? Remember, God is love. His love is unconditional. He knows the absolute worst things about you and still loves you. Wouldn't you like to receive that type of love? Sternberg's triangular theory is a theory of three faces of love. And the last face of that theory is one of decision. And as God spoke to me many times in my life, and I didn't quite realize that it was him, is it possible that he also spoke to you many times and you may not have known or realized that it was him? I believe that you can experience more peace, more happiness, and more joy if you allow that type of love and allow God into your life, just like I did. Thank you.